Okay, so we have a 1750 battle report for you today, Dawn of War. I am playing my foot army again, so tons of stuff on foot, 2 squads of Guardians, Avatar, Eldrad, 10 Wraithguard, Warwalkers, 2 Wraithlords, and 2 squads of Pathfinders. The Pathfinders are both on the board, 1 squad over here, squad of 6, 1 squad of 6 over here, Dawn of War. Eldrad has joined them, and my opponent has put nothing on the board. And he's just kind of chilling. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try to actually steal initiative. I'm actually going to try, even though it's Dawn of War, even though there's nothing to shoot at, just because I want my stuff on the board ready to go. I don't steal initiative. My opponent goes first. Blood Angel army, tons of vehicles, Ball Predators, Sanguinary Guard, Dante's in there somewhere, Librarian in there somewhere, lots of ass-kicking stuff. They're pretty cool. Back in a bit, 17. Alright, rounding up, top of turn 1 for Blood Angels. All the vehicles rolled on, popped smoke, Ball Predator, squad of 10, squad of I think 6 guys or 5 guys in there with, it was a mix of power fists and plasma guns everywhere. Sanguinary Guard of Dante, they have a priest with them, they have some Librarian with them, giant Death Star squad over there, that's going to be challenging. Those guys moved up, ran 1 inch, Red Thirst succeeded on the Sanguinary Guard. Not only are they badass, but they're also Furious Charge and I guess Fearless as well. Pretty amazing on those guys, so that's going to be a real challenge. No shooting at me, so on to bottom of turn 1
Okay, rounding up bottom of turn 1 for Eldar. So Eldrad fortuned himself. He was just out of range, about 2 inches out of range to be stopped by the hood. Moved back and joined this unit. He fortuned this unit here as well, because he wanted to leave. He left, moved 6 inches as an independent character, came down, moved forward. These guys moved on. He joined that unit. They ran up a little bit. Everything else moved on normally. These guys moved up, ran 3 inches. Moved up here, ran that way actually, because that's kind of, I decided not to do anything. He tried to fire, saw this tank, believe it or not, 30 inches, saw it, but couldn't penetrate the armor. These guys over here were able to see that Rhino, got 1 glance through, because they have a bunch of AP1 and rending possibility shots there, so they got a single glance, got through his cover save. A couple of penetrations didn't make it through though. And then these guys tried to see that Razorback, but couldn't see it over there. Everything else just moved on, ran 1 inch, moved on, ran 5 inches in this area train here. So it is on to top of turn 2 for Blood Angels. Okay, so top of turn 2 for Blood Angels. Everything moved up a little bit. Some guns are fired. Missiles over there, 4 missiles. One of them, Ballistic Skill 2, fired into here. 4 hits, but only 1 wound, mercifully. So it goes right through his armor. Some shooting at the Wraithguard, Ball Predator, some plasma shots in here. Not too many saves made, but I actually failed one. I failed a rerollable 3+. So 1 guy is toast. First casualty for Eldar. First of many, I'm sure. Some shooting from that vehicle into here, but with a 2+ save, rerollable from Fortune. They just, they didn't fail any saves over here. And that is it. So on to bottom of turn 2 for Eldar. Just so you know, our 2 objectives. Objective number 1, objective number 2 over here. All right, back in a bit. Okay, rounding up bottom of turn 2. Fortune on here, failed. Fortune on the Avatar, failed. Guide on these guys, succeeded. Man, those last 2 games in a row, I'm just having real trouble getting my powers off. So what happened though, pretty good turn. This guy with a combination of some shooting on here, wrecked that vehicle. Well, a Bright Lance made it through the front armor there and wrecked him. This guy over here got a Bright Lance and a missile through. Cover saves failed though, it exploded. Those guys were not killed outside, they weren't pinned. Those guys, I think 1 or 2, sorry, 1 guy died, Dante took a wound. He took another wound from something else, some other shooting that I put in that unit, so he's down to 2 wounds somehow. Those guys unfortunately are pinned because I fired a missile from these guys, tried to hit these guys, it scattered perfectly by some miracle onto those guys, killed 2, got through the field of pain, and they got pinned, so those poor bastards over here are pinned. These guys over here, snipers, loaded their guns, fired into there, but nothing. Couldn't get any AP1 shots or any wounds caused, so those guys are nice and safe there. These guys fired in, strength 6 shooting into those guys, managed to put some more wounds in the unit. Such was that. Squad and Avatar just sort of shifted over a little bit. I'm trying to stay out of his 18-inch fly and assault range. I'm trying to stay away from assault. I want to get around to shooting against him, so we're sitting back for a little bit here. And that was it. Yeah, that's it. So on to top of turn. Okay, rounding up top of turn 3 for the Blood Angels. Moved out over here, Heavy Bolter wreaks untold havoc in here. Fluky Heavy Bolter, 3 hits, 2 glances, a penetration. Penetration just blows the guy away. 2 glances make it so I can't shoot. Pretty spectacular Heavy Bolter over there. Pal Predator, I think, fired into here. Got 1 rend on him, so that took away another wound from this guy. That squad of dudes
I hid this guy away from them, so instead they just fired missiles over here. 3 wounds from missiles instantly, no cover. Wraithlord just bites it like just bites the dust instantly there. Pretty awesome. Some shooting from something into these guys, but Sanguinary Guard, sorry, because the Sanguinary Guard, they flew back here, fired some kind of 2 Sanguinary bolt guns into here, but I made all my 2+ cover saves. And that was it. No shooting at the Wraithguard or the Avatar. And it is on to bottom of turn 3 for me. Some blood being taken by the Blood Angels. Okay, so rounding up, a pretty good turn. Well, not too much happening, but we successfully fortuned this squad here. We failed to fortune that guy. We failed to doom those guys that are back there because the Libby kept getting us. Eventually we fired. This guy fired into here, blew off the rending gun. These guys fired in on that unit, killed 1 or 2. Oh, we forgot leadership on those guys. Let's see if they made leadership. Two of them have died from shooting. We're going to do leadership. In the meantime, what else happened? AP2 guns, melted guns, blew away a lot of the squad. Dante is eventually dead. Took a few wounds, and finally the last wound from these guys took him down. And we're going to see if those guys make leadership. Leadership 9. They are rocking leadership 8 there, no problem. A combination of a missile here to help kill those guys. Strength 8 AP3 from this long distance range. They have no cover. And so a lot of shooting. Managed to weak these guys down. Dante is dead. Just the Libby with 1 wound lives, and the Sanguinary Guard with 1 wound lives. This is still full of dudes, though, so it'll be pretty interesting to see what happens. Okay, we can actually film it. So, okay, so just a top of turn 3 wrap-up. Combat starting over here. This guy tried to do Unleash Rage, succeeded on his psychic power, even though he's down to 1 wound. Gutsy bastard, so he's rerolling preferred enemy. He also tried some kind of Sanguinary Sword or something, but he failed on that one, so... but he didn't take perils, he rolled 11, so it's pretty interesting there. Combat's going to happen here. Rest of the turn, this thing fired, combination of that. Just heavy bolters over here. Gunned down another one of those guys, made it so this guy can't shoot. Those guys just ran on the objective, and we're going to have a combat over here, so back in a little bit. Okay, so rounding up that combat, yeah, we did manage to kill the Librarian who was down to 1 wound. Eldrad just took his skull, and the rest of the guys just swarmed around the Sanguinary Guard and managed to get a failed roll of 1 through. So Eldrad breathed a sigh of relief, took a few attacks on the Librarian. You know, Eldrad's down to 2 wounds because Dante has that crazy power where it lowers your wounds, your initiative, your other stuff, so... You know, he's happy to have survived that. They consolidated only 2 inches, though. And it is on to bottom of 3. Okay, rounding up bottom of 3. These guys were now with the Priest, the Librarian gone. Fortune here easily. Fortune here. Doom those guys. Move forward, exploded that vehicle, only 1 inch. Move forward, melted into there. Fire, shooting from scatter laser into there. Killed a couple of guys. Did they make the leadership, or are they okay over here? Yeah, let's check them out. Let's forget. No, they're rocking. They've seen worse. Tons of shooting from snipers over here, snipers over there. Into that unit, killed a bunch of guys, but they stuck it out. So on to top of turn 4. We're really starting to mop things up there. Mid top of turn 4 wrap up. There's a desperate combat starting here. Some shooting here. Managed to shooting from these guys. They moved over, zipped over from here, unloaded. All of their meltas and plasma pistols missed. In fact, one of the plasma pistols on the Priest exploded and he died. I can't believe that. Oh man, the dice gods are in our favor this game, but some shooting from meltas over here managed to kill 1. They charged in. We're going to have a combat starting. Eldrad had to push forward to fight. Pretty interesting combat. Shooting from over there, tried to kill more here. That's about it. Okay, and so how did the combat go? We killed the special character guy, or I think we killed the unit guy, but the Priest survives 1 wound. He stuck it out in combat, took a fearless save because we caught him, but he didn't die, so we're still fighting him, unfortunately. So, okay, rounding up that bottom of turn 4, what did I do? Fortune on my squad myself. Doom on those guys over here. Gunned snipers, Melta, snipers into there, killed them all. Over here, Gongsha combat. We caused no wounds, he caused no wounds in return, so we're still tied up. And on to top really of turn quick 5. Rounding up now, top of turn 5. A vehicle moved away. Heavy bolter went into the squad here, killed 2 guys. Not enough to force a panic, but killed 2. Combat over here, Eldrad eventually killed the Priest. We consolidated 5 inches towards that objective there. Bottom of turn 5 coming up. I think we're probably going to have to end it now. Okay, so rounding up, we've ended the game here. Doomed those guys back there, gunned them down with a combination of sniper fire and some others' fire. Blew up the vehicle over here with shots from the Wraithguard, and that was pretty much it. So thanks to the game, though. Appreciate it. Yeah, sorry about those early failed saves there. I think they hurt you quite a bit, but it was a good game, though. And that is a shot of these dudes.